Okay, episode 7, where we finally take on go on to start our way to the Eterna Gym. Yep, so Barry comes when you try to leave. He's all like, yeah, I got my stuff and my things and my badge, and then he starts to count down to run, but then he can't sit still, so he leaves anyway. So you gotta go back through that cave, and then I turn around because I'm like, oh, I'll just catch a Geodude so I can learn, like, Rock Smash. And then I'm like, nah, I'll get it later or something. And then I come here, and lucky me, I run into a Geodude. So I'm like, great, awesome. That's really helpful. So let's catch it, I guess. I guess I'm gonna use those Pokeballs Dawn gave me. So I figure I could just, catch it with one ball. No, it breaks out because it wants to be pummeled, but instead I just throw it on. I was like, okay, I don't want to risk a scratch on it. I'm like 3 times its level. So I don't want to try that to scratch it, so I just kept throwing Pokeballs at it. If this one wasn't going in, I think I was going to try and scratch it, but it doesn't matter, I got it, so lucky me. Yeah, I'm just gonna use it for Rock Smash. I didn't name it. I should have, but didn't feel like it. I'll name it in the at Eterna City. So now we're back out here. You can use Rock Smash in that cave back there, and eventually get the Brick Break if you have, like, I think Surf or something, or Strength, one of those. So when you enter the city, Looker is going to come up to you and ask if you have the Pal Pad, and you can get that by going to the basement of the Pokemon Center. He also says keep an eye out for shady-looking people. So you go north, and there's Professor Owen and Dawn, and there's some Team Galactic guys threatening Rowan, and then Rowan's just talking to you, completely ignoring them. He's like, whatever, and then he says quiet, and then 1, don't loiter, don't interrupt people, don't raise your voice. I don't know, what are those outlandish outfits you have on? Wow, so basically Professor Rowan just like owns those 2 guys, just like burn. Anyway, and then you're gonna have a double battle with Dawn against them. This is actually like your first double battle in the game, which is nice, I guess. So they're going to send out a Glameow and a Stunky. So she still has a Turtwig, because she just does, and it does Turtwig things. So it's level 13, whatever. I use Ember on Glameow. I probably should have used... Well, it doesn't matter, I won't hit it anyway, but so then we take out this here Stunky. So just take that out and keep going. Now there's a couple trainers up here that you could have fought earlier. I didn't. I usually do. You might want to if you're having trouble in the gym or just earlier on or whatever, up to the north there. You have like level 8s or something. So it's not exactly like difficult or whatever. So she talks to you and talks and says Professor Rowan's studying evolution of Pokemon. That's great. Yeah, sure. So she tells you about encountering Pokemon and stuff, and then they walk off. That's great. So then this guy, out of nowhere, is gonna come and be like, hey, guess what? You're awesome. It's awesome. Here's a fashion case, because you're awesome. Well, like, that's great, bud. Thanks for that. You can go away now. And then he's like, alright, I'll see you later. And I was like, no, you won't. And he's like, okay. So then he walks away, and we can continue. So up here, this girl here, you can fight her. She has a Shinx level like 8 or 7, yeah. Like I said, you can come here earlier. It's not exactly a challenge right now. Just take it out with Ember or whatever. Well, it still gave me a little bit of experience. And actually, that would have given me a lot of experience at a lower level. Well, it would have given me the same amount, but it would have made a bigger difference. So this guy's going to fight you with the magic carp his dad gave him. I think something's wrong with his dad or something. But in any case, he sends out a Magikarp. Now, I don't know why this thing gives like a quarter of the experience of anything else you will fight, because it's a Magikarp. So I'll just take that out. I was going to use Ember on it just to see if it would still take it out. I decided against it, just in case. So up here, this girl will battle you. I think, she has like a Budu. I'm probably going to have to catch one of those so something can learn Cut and Flash. Yeah, Budu. They evolve into a Roserade later, which are pretty good at Pokemon. Make sure you evolve into a Roselia from Happiness before it reaches level 19 though. So then it can learn Magic Leaf. So just run around with it or give it potions or I don't know. That's if you're using a Budu. But I'm not, so let's just keep going. So yeah, that's a Starly. I cut it out. There's no point in having that there. So you go into this cave here, and there's a potion right there. Yep, potions. So then I realized I need Rock Smash, so let's teach that to a Pokemon. So I'll teach it to that Geodude I caught. And I just remembered there's a TM up here, so let's just go get that after I run from this Zubat. Level 3, so yeah. Like I said, you can come here earlier, like you can go north opposed to straight to the gym to get all this stuff, except for that TM, obviously. You can't really go much further in this cave. In this cave, though, you can catch Psyduck. That's something to keep in mind if you want to use that. I used that on my first playthrough of Platinum. Golduck tends to, it's not that great. It's pretty good at first, but when you get to the higher levels, it just falls behind the rest of your team. So it's good for the game, but when you're trying to go for online and stuff, don't even bother. Although you wouldn't really go online with these Pokemon anyway. So come out of that cave, and this girl here will fight you. Yeah, she has a like a Budu or something, and I forget. Anyway, so yeah, it's a Budu. Just take it out, Flamethrower, or Ember, whatever attack you have, fire or ice, good against it. So is Psychic because it's part poison, that kind of thing. So she also has a Cherubi. Same tactic. Fire, good against grass. Yeah. So you'll gain a nice chunk from that. And by a nice chunk, I mean barely anything, but that's alright, you know. I'm pretty high level. I'm like way over leveled. Usually I'm not level 20 until like after the Eterna Gym. After I beat the Eterna Gym, though, I'm gonna catch something else. Actually, 2 things, but one's gonna be pretty difficult. Anyway, so yeah, we'll continue our journey to Floroma Town after we get this awakening. So stay tuned for the next episode.